So hum. So hum. Greetings, galactic angelics of the Pure Land of the 144, rising into the glory of the new earth. You are the golden ones, sparking the light of the new eternal golden age of eternal bliss consciousness. This is the eternal true heaven of divinity, of the sacred heart, of the divine feminine, divine masculine, in pure unconditional love for all living beings in all realms, all timelines, all dimensions. We ultimately are all one under the glorious great central sun, the sun that is within, the sun that is without. As above, so below. This is the mirror, the heaven above, the earth below, and we are the rainbow bridge in between. Last night, as we were drifting in between worlds, I was struck by this powerful higher dimensional wave of light that struck me in the crown and shot down through my central channel and out what in the Taoist philosophy we call the Ming Men. The Ming Men is one of the three portals in the spine and the back behind the lower Dantian. The Taoists say that our breath enters the body at birth through Ming Men, and the breath leaves the body at death through Ming Men. This is a powerful sacred portal, and it is activated in you now. So as you take a deep breath and breathe in the golden heavenly chi, the sacred prana, feel your body breathing through the three dantians and the three portals. In the lower, the middle, the upper, the heavenly gate is open and activated, bringing in the most glorious light as you shine brightly out every pore in your sacred temple. As way-showers of the light, we pour out light through our sacred vessel. From the heart center, the threefold flame in the middle, 222 coming in. We shine our holy light, our heavenly light, into the night, lighting up every path, every grid line, every meridian. The dragon lines are lit up, guiding all beings of light home to the sacred Om. We had many powerful energies still pulsing in from this great pink super full moon in Scorpio. In the last 24 hours on the Schumann resonance, we got major blasts of white light, higher dimensional, fifth dimensional light, 35 hertz and 40 hertz frequencies coming in. These are preparing us for the 5-5 portal and for the quantum leap of consciousness from Homo sapien to Homo luminous, from the old earth to the new earth, from the false timeline to the true timeline. This is heaven on earth, the golden age, what we call 5D or fifth density, and is up to us as way-showers of the light to guide this energy, to guide the chi with our intent, with our awareness, with the power of our mighty I Am presence that fills our world with perfection this day and every day. Be sure to check out our I Am discourses. Many people are experiencing miracles and activations through these discourses, so please view them and share them with your teams around the world. Once our team of 144,000 are activated in the power of their mighty I Am presence, we activate the event, what is called the event, which is the rapturing. The rapture is the ascension. It is the rapturing of the light, the fifth dimensional light, into Christ consciousness. We call cosmic consciousness or Buddhic consciousness, which is the awakening from the false dream of suffering, duality, of the false self, into the paradise, the love, the bliss of our true nature, our true self. We call unborn mind of Buddha or pure awareness. Goes by many names. It's irrelevant, the name. Just feel into the energy that is conjured up by these concepts and follow that energy back to source. The kingdom of heaven is within, and the kingdom of God is at hand, here now, in this sacred temple, in this great field of infinite energy, infinite potential, the pure land of the West, of Amitabha Buddha. In the last 24 hours, Pachamama experienced 135 M1.5 or greater earthquakes, synchronic 35 Hertz on the Schumann, 135 quakes, activations. Most powerful, the last 24 hours, Assam, India, 6.0 activation. We had a 4.9 India, 4.7 Indonesia, Brazil, South America, in the Amazon rainforest. We had a 4.7, Kermadec Islands on the Ring of Fire 5.0, Schneider, Texas 3.0, the Sacred Portal, South America, Chile, in our holy Andes Mountains, Kundalini of Pachamama, the home of our sacred condors, 4.7, Central America, the land of our Mayan elders, El Salvador, 4.0, Borrego Springs, California, 3.5, Indonesia, 4.7, Tonopah, Nevada, United States, 4.1, Southwest Indian Ridge, 4.6, Kermadec Islands, 4.8, Indonesia, 4.2, with the Atlantean Divine Masculine Energy, 3.4 of Puerto Rico, the Bay of Plenty with the Abundance Codes, New Zealand, 4.6, 157 kilometers depth, another 4.8 activation in Assam, India, 4.6 kilometers depth, off the coast of Oregon, close to the anchoring of the Eagle Condor, 4.4, the Divine 44, which leads us and carries us to the fifth density, fifth dimension, Hokkaido, Japan, 4.3, Tobelo, Indonesia, 4.9, 13 of the Divine Goddess, the Divine Feminine. And these multiple activations in the last 24 hours in India, these are in the foothills of the Himalayan mountains. This is the Divine Masculine Kundalini, not too far from this mighty peak of Mount Everest, just south of Bhutan. This is a very powerful and sacred portal that is activated within you now in the solar plexus, the sun in the center, the sun within the central sun. One last thing before we continue. Today at 1:37 p.m. it was 73 degrees in the portal. 73 degrees symbolize many things. Heaven also. It is the perfect temperature, not too hot, not too cold, what we call the Goldilocks zone. This is the rapture zone. This is the bliss zone. Goldilocks zone is where the earth is located in distance from the sun. It's that zone of the temperature that a planet needs for complex life, for humans to survive. Too close to the sun, too hot; too far from the sun, too cold. 37 into the 73, heaven on earth. And some people do not like all the codes and the mystery, but the codes and the mysteries are like the ancient myths. They speak directly to our psyche. And think of our psyche as the bridge between our waking conscious self, our 3D mundane mind, and the higher consciousness, the higher mind of 5D. So it is always best to go with what resonates with you and whatever makes you feel at the deepest level, whatever sparks your passion, your spark for life, and just allow the feeling and the holy light to guide you home, to source, to your true self, your true nature. Now we continue with the Sabian symbols. Right now the moon is at 6 degrees, 28 minutes Sagittarius. The sun is at 9 degrees, 0 minutes Taurus. The current Sabian symbol for the moon at 7 degrees Sagittarius. Cupid knocking at the door of a human heart. And the current Sabian symbol for the sun at 10 degrees Taurus. A Red Cross nurse from astrologyweekly.com. And today, my sacred condor pull a card for you from the deck, Forest of Enchantment Tarot, from Lunea Weatherstone. And the card she pulled for you today, another very beautiful card. Card 10, the Enchanter's Wheel. And you'll see in this image, the sacred spiral. This is the vortex. This is the labyrinth, guiding you home to your rightful place in paradise, what we call Shambhala. At the center of the forest, suspended between oak and holly, is a magical wheel woven by the enchanter himself. Suspended upon it are tokens of life and death, healing and poison, mystery and wisdom, time and timelessness. Every part of the spell weaving contributes to its power, just as all the experiences of our lives make up the whole. To set the wheel's enchantment in motion, speak these words: Yarrow, Skullcap, Foxglove, Agrimony, Vervain. The spell is sealed by magpie magic. 1 for sorrow, 2 for joy, egg, bone, claw, skull, and feather. Was the wheel made to confound, confront, confuse? Who knows? Wizards don't explain themselves. The enchanter's wheel is the great unknown. The things we can't control or comprehend. They are what they are. Life must be engaged in all its complexity, if any meaning is to be found in the journey. Very few bones come without their attending challenges, and vice versa. Sometimes there is only one magpie, but another will come in the proper time, changing your sorrow to joy. Meaning at a glance, the inevitability of change, greater mysteries, fate and fortune, good luck and bad luck. A closer look, the center star is formed of plants that have healing, magical, and poisonous properties. Yarrow, magical protection. Skullcap, sleep and trance. Agrimony, fairy medicine. Foxglove, heart healer and poison. And Vervain, antidote to poison. 7 magpies are present, whether egg, feather, skull, or bird. And today from Divine Sister of the Light, Aluna Joy Yashkin, are you being challenged? You might be about to leap. Ascension process, 4th phase update, over the super pink moon. We have dropped deeply into the solar plexus energy in the 4th ascension phase from 426 through 429 with the pink, supermoon in Scorpio and so much more. This will now blast open and clear our solar plexus with the powerful descending energies from the great central sun. It is the flame that does not consume, but enlightens. This time will also open our throat chakra with the elevating energies from the core of the earth, so we can express pure truth that has always been within, but have been holding back. Yes, we are all out of the shallow end now and into a deep dive into some very deep work, and it is so good. We know you are soul tired and more work on your overflowing plate seems like overwhelm, but we have learned that when we can't take one more step, we do. That is where we learn even more. So I had an intensely detailed dream, and not to bore you with all the details, I wanted to share the lessons in this dream, because I knew they were for all of us. The backstory is, beside travel dreams, I also have house dreams. How the house shows up is how I'm doing on my path. In this dream I was shown that we have not been fully inhabiting our house, our sacred temple body. We have been giving much of our presence, energy away in various ways, and in many repeating old themes. It was clear at this special time in these core days that the current energies will assist us in removing much of the draining energies and presences that are not part of our ascended, awakened self. It is time to clean very deep now. In my dream I was told to get ready because the owner of the house in my dream was coming home. And get this, the owner was me, and it is you. You are coming home. Your God self is returning to your temple. Then I could feel that this was a pillar of new light coming into us all. We are taking another leap. When we are about to make a big leap in our evolution, it can bring some tests. So abusive and self-destructive patterns, energy-draining patterns, etc., and even the people that they are connected to will try to resurface. We are going to be more of the truth, light, and life of who we were meant to be before the confusing contamination of the physical world threw us off track. It is time to remove drains and create loving boundaries. The drains would be those who prefer to farm and feed off of our energy without any energy exchange. Those who scapegoat us so they don't have to be responsible or conscious of their own actions. Those who gaslight us and manipulate us in an effort to confuse us or harm our self-esteem and inner power. And those who repeat apologies without any change in behavior are now seen as manipulation. Your body and soul is your house and your space. No one is allowed there but you, your light, truth, and purpose. To have boundaries for certain energies is still loving when we realize that allowing them to farm our energy not only drains us, but also slows their progress and awakening. This is where the Earth's energy will begin to knit together with the energy from the great central sun with timeless shamanic-like wisdom. As I said before, this is also where the real work will start to kick in. Our human relationships may feel unwieldy, but this will also bring us great clarity. New tribes are beginning to form as we soar with wider vision about our service in the world. Our new boundaries will help us rise up to a higher standard, free from judgment and expectation. If you have them already, remember to use your sacred site essences and Egyptian oils to assist in this process. For the ascending throat chakra, use amber, cashmere oil, or for the descending earth universal chakra, use Nile flower oil. You also may need more rest and more water as we surf the fourth phase of these 20 core days. From alunajoy.com and from Divine Sister of the Light, Judith Kusel. What is unfolding and in creation now? New life with infinite possibilities. No boundaries, no divisions, no limits, no restrictions. A totally new life, new beginnings, a new existence, where everyone and everything, every form of creation has its own unique place, expression, and function, yet all is one, unity, harmony, unconditional love. All is ever present in the truth of the infinite presence of the divine source within and without. All is ever supplied for and in infinite supply. No end, no beginning, eternal flux and flow. What the elephant matriarch was telling me is that the animal kingdom knows what is happening now, as they are fully tuned into the new earth, confirming what I am experiencing and what my highest guidance has confirmed over and over again. A new creation. All of creation fulfills its own function, its purpose. All has its own unique space in creation. Space is not determined by boundaries, fences, divisions, separation, etc. In truth, space is infinite and stretches into infinity. The multitude, in fact, are one. The one is the multitude. One heart, one soul, one love, one mind, one infinite being. Omnipresence is present within all, the one and the many. One infinite creation, one infinite being, one infinite creator. All is one. Love. From JudithKusel.com. And from Divine Bro Star of the Light, Paul Dobry Carey. Following the powerful experiences of Atlantis, the 12 immortals of Atla-Ra separated and moved to separate locations across the planet. The intention to commence 12 different civilizations, each with a unique set of circumstances, working closely with the archangels and elementals and under the guidance of the law of one. Each civilization arose out of the imaginations of those who had conquered time and space to create a society, laws, language, and cultural conditions. We find scattered traces and remnants of advanced archaeology from the beginnings of these civilizations, far more perfected than the copies and facsimiles added by the remaining generations that followed. These advanced beings, the ancient ones, were honored and blessed as masters of manifestation and consciousness, and they taught others, who were then deemed as gods and goddesses by the inhabitants of these growing cultures. Many schools of thought were commenced in an attempt to understand the knowledge of power exhibited by the founders of these civilizations. However, over time, these teachings became distorted and corrupted until little remained beyond symbolic rituals and paraphrased wordings. Instead of teaching how to access the original teachings, the teachers sought to maintain positions of power, to act as the interpreters and mouthpieces of the gods themselves. Each civilization idolized their gods and goddesses by assigning and personifying attributes, qualities, powers, and virtues, from which all of society could look to emulate and become like them. Those who managed to acquire these attributes were deemed favored by the gods and goddesses, and became the heroes and heroines of the ancients. They took their place in historic records alongside the gods as they had risen above the hardships of struggle and survival to achieve their heavenly rewards. The icons of ancient times were replaced by those who demonstrated physical prowess in the games, the athletes of Olympia. Any plebeian commoner could rise through the ranks to become a warrior general. Slaves could fight their way to achieve honor and freedom as gladiators. Those with talent and skills become the recognized artisans, painters, and sculptors of the Renaissance. The laurel wreaths became replaced with trophies and awards for the achievements within each given profession to those recognized by their fellow artisans and held in high esteem. Even this became corrupted to ensure that only a chosen few could achieve these coveted awards, but at the cost of paying the highest earthly price. What all these individuals had in common was the drive to succeed in their chosen field in whatever form that manifested. Whether through skill, talent, ability, intellect, action, or communication, each found a way to stand out from other subjects to the same hardships and trials that life created around and upon them. Whether chosen or not, many became what they already were, through expressing their true nature into this world. When you think of the gods and goddesses, or indeed the angelics, the masters, the heroes, and the heroines, it is their qualities of being that allow them to remain in the memories of mankind, immortalized in story and myth and legend. We cannot emulate their past deeds and accomplishments, but we can adopt and embody the same qualities, attributes, and principles that they themselves held true. To become immortal is not achieved through fame and fortune, which proves fickle and fleeting in nature, but to become part of the eternal flow of divine qualities and sacred principles that energize intelligent vibration within infinite frequency. For it is within each frequency that you will find the characteristics, personalities, and eternal souls that found their connection with that frequency in times past, but still ever present in the here and now. Seek to raise your vibrational self, not by hoping to become the best among others, but by adopting the sacred principles of frequency under the law of one, to become the best version of you, as one with your soul, the sovereign being. At this time, the cosmic frequencies of the blue ray seek to aid you in releasing your own individual expression through connection with your soul intention. These are the beginnings of the beautiful transforming energies that will take you forward into the golden age of ascension that you see slowly taking place around you. One by one, we transmute all that is into the unity of one. With loving blessings from PolarisAB.com. And from Divine Sister of the Light, Karen Lithica. Cosmic Communication. As light rays shower your world, know all crystalline beings are transmuting on a microcosmic, macrocosmic level, like a symphony of light. See the great light upgrades occurring, like an endless stream of fireworks around an auric field, as activations and reassimilations are ongoing and transforming. Know the whales are gliding through our oceans, aligning the light symphony, transponding and calibrating this information with the light frequencies in their domain. As way-showers of your world, we ask you to align to the crystalline beings for your support and enhancement, for their role is to assist. Communication with every being is expanding now as you align with the higher dimensional light framework, reaching the light communication channel. For it is an infinite expanding space, a boundless world of light. As your construct expands, we are intimately realigned to Gaia's multidimensional crystalline grid, enabling this connection. As we return to the innate connection of Gaia, as advanced souls, our futures are forever expanding as we awaken to the construct of this timeline. See no limitations as we enter a new spectrum of light. New Earth blessings, love equal unity. From KarenLithica.com. Today from Divine Sister of the Light, Carolyn, Servant of Yahweh. May and June 2021 are revealing great results of your efforts to bring unity to your life, family, and earth. The cellular gateway has commenced in the flesh. This is the birthing of what we have completed in the ethers. The cellular upgrade is bringing us great equilibrium and expansion of the cells and cellular memory, freeing stored trauma, fears, and suppression that kept you bound to karmic loops. You may feel very vulnerable and finding it challenging to keep going. Rest today. Internal alignment is happening, sourced from the cosmic gateway that's bringing unity to the Holy Grail. Any purging that arises are transmuting. These are old beliefs and preconceived notions based on past experiences that are being removed. Do what you can to support this yourself in this period of upgrades. We are completing the past old heaven and old earth cycle of marriage contracts. Success is ours. We are at the seed point of the removal of this conception from the Garden of Eden for our new race of Holy Grail unions, God's masterpiece. God is asking us to remain positive and face the challenges of ending this very long cycle with strength and courage. Correct negative thinking. Put your future in God's hands and have faith in His plans for the new cycle of Holy Grail unions. You are expanding out of limitations. Any remaining internal debris that attracts drama, crisis, and disappointments is releasing. This may cause the adrenal glands, thoughts, and nervous system to be reactive. Know, however, that this is being replaced by divine support and opportunities now through the Taurus new moon on May 11th. Power is restoring daily for you to see the blessed, bright future that you are walking into. Keep going, beloveds. The death card is here putting the end to the past for the bride of Christ and the wedding of the Lamb. Your home, worth, and value system are becoming a place of peace. Day by day we are walking into more freedom, true inner peace, and ascending the spiritual ladder into the new. In Jesus Christ's name, Amen. From Carolyn Kundalini Twin Flames. And today from Divine Bro Star of the Light, Richard Rudd, Gene Keys, Unlocking the Higher Purpose, Hidden in Your DNA, April 28th through May 2nd, 2021, Gene Key 24, Addiction, Invention, Silence. This is the CD of silence. Oneness is a silent mind. The voice ascends, the silence descends. Only in silence do we hear the word. Only in silence are we truly together. Many mystics have demonstrated the power of this CD. By not speaking, one cannot be distracted by words. The quintessence then begins to communicate, and the aura does the talking. When you share time with a silent mind, your own mind falls silent. True silence is contagious. Dare to be divine. And from the I Ching, the classic Book of Change, the Book of Fortune, Hexagram 24, the turning point, thunder within the earth. New life springs forward from the depths, receiving awakening from within. Silence is unified awakening. Invention is orienting initiative. Addiction is dislocated agitation. Receiving realization. Progress and freedom of action are found in return. To and fro goes the way. Return to repeat the proper course. 7 days returns the cycle to its beginning. There is advantage in choosing one's path. Whether we feel our suffering as grief, numbness, boredom, angst, frustration, loneliness, or any other deeply uncomfortable state, we like to avoid it. So we find patterns of behavior that temporarily suspend the discomfort. Richard Rudd, 64 Ways, from thegenekeys.com. Today from A Gift from Gaia. Another big shift in energy is beginning to layer up as Pluto today stations retrograde, saying for most people it's all going to feel much of a muchness with the recent solar flares and storm plus the supermoon. The more energetically tuned in we are and aligned to the law of correspondence, then the more easily one can pick out the subtle streams and differentiate the layers now in play. As Pluto is an outer planet, and a dwarf one at that, many aren't too aware of its effects until after the events unfold, and then it becomes more recognizable. Once Pluto turns direct and the pressure of the transformation eases, what I can say is in my past years of awareness, I have come to not underestimate what is possible during a Pluto retrograde, and instead of carrying on regardless, since I chose to honor the magnificence of this Powerball, offers what I have been experiencing is nothing short of fast-paced, supersonic personality transformation. So as an energetic guide, I most definitely recommend the focus, the surrender, and the willingness to let go of the safety rails and prepare for what is to come. Pluto, as per Greek mythology, is Hades, the lord of the underworld, and this god exists deep within us all. Pluto is the template of our darkness, that we are able for 5 months of the year to transmute into light. Many know Pluto as the planet of death and rebirth. This isn't something I align with, as I don't recognize death, I only see a continuation of life. Perhaps I am more inclined to accept an arrival and a departing, and in feeling into this template it aligns much more with the experience that it is about to reveal. One of the most important lessons that the Pluto retrograde brings to most is the realizing and releasing of the control programming. Pluto ultimately guides each of us into the flow, into a movement that is regular and cyclic. It is freeing and it is fully accepting of the cycles we experience. This is something that the human fair programming does not like, and for those not yet tuned in to the Pluto retrograde experience, it can feel much like a divine wrecking ball that pulverizes that which we cling onto the most. Mystics will have attuned to the patterns, and specifically with the recent energetic conditions, will have identified what is attempting to free up space in the now unfolding experiences. Where there is now restriction, where there is constriction, where there is judgment, defense, blame, and ultimately fear will be the topic for realization and release. And we get to do this either with Lord Hades, with honor and acceptance to receive the gift he offers, or we can fight and squirm and take the flesh suit and harmonic systems to critical levels, only to realize that there isn't actually a choice, and damage limitation becomes the loop to experience again next time around. Only next time around the body is older and weaker, the mind is more frantic, and the energetics require utter precision to booster one out of the diseased zones. Pluto is in the godly sign of Capricorn. This is the route to the all. Pluto retrograde in Capricorn is taking us back over old ground, opening space around the deepest tips of our roots for us to take a really good look at the complex root system that's embedded in the cold, hard ground that Capricorn represents. This also can be translated as our baseline or core frequency, the current lowest frequencies of the spectrum we hold. So how low will you go when the chips are down, or what is the truth of you in terms of the reactive states one can get into when control is still in operation throughout the nervous system? As this begins to activate through the collective, we then receive the reflection so that we are able to literally collapse the old and raise the entire circuitry of the spectrum held, which is the objective of ascension and the unification of source consciousness now available as we enter the new age of Aquarius. Addictions are also triggered during a Pluto retrograde. First, we begin to see our surface addictions that are ultimately linked to a genetic patterning of lack, mostly linking into a lack of support, which is also linked into a lack of understanding and the unconsciousness to the seed of all creation. But once this is realized and cleared, we then get to go deeper in realizing how the addiction to the surface addictions have continued and contributed to the collective disillusion we are now witnessing, which directly relates to waste and pollution, such as a waste of life and a carelessness in terms of what we spit out and discard. Now, due to our race being at critical levels of separation from our host, Earth, what this means is we will see more solutions arising, more realizing the importance of holding a gift from Gaia frequency. A feeling of time running out is always the greatest awakener, and this aids many in choosing to act from a place of foresight rather than the deadly hindsight that we have chosen through our neglect intensely over the past 100 years. Pluto in retrograde is one of the most incredible times that we, individually and collectively, get to transform from the inside out. It is a time in which we look at our values, how we plug and play with time and space, and if we choose to align to what is important, then our Lord God Pluto will most definitely open the gates, release the karma dogs, and bless us with the freedom to access all worlds, as above so below, as within so without. May is an interesting month. We now have a few weeks before two more planets join the retrograde party. First Saturn, then Mercury. The law of gender gets a rework, again in Capricorn, and the law of vibration reminds everyone of how we build our world. With love always, Andrea. And today from Here in the Moon Astrology, Wednesday, April 28th, 2021, the astrology of radical disruptive change. Yesterday's supermoon activated Pluto's own sign of Scorpio into a tight T-square to Saturn and Aquarius, Sun, Uranus, and Taurus. These fixed signs are regenerating growth through friction all year via the continuous triple Saturn-Uranus squares, February 17, June 14, December 24th. So Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, Aquarius will be feeling the push to go outside the box very insistently. In Aquarius, Jupiter is the creative innovator, and Saturn pure potential. Combine this with Uranus, the awakener, and Taurus, the tree of life, and you have an engine of revolution. Jupiter expands, Saturn hits hard and with great determination, while Uranus is a wild man. This huge aspect will smash apart log jams, but not without resistance. Everywhere you look, in medicine, science, space exploration, politics, financial systems, global approaches to climate change, you can't fail to see the clash between the old and the new, between the progressive and the status quo, between resistance and revolution. As the Aquarius frequency deepens, the new will start to replace the old in the natural universal law of balance. Your personal desire for change may be thwarted by other people, so be ready for resistance from all angles. Be open to changing patterns. New ones are looking to emerge, and you may not be comfortable with the way they look at first. Pushing this inner-outer process of non-negotiable and renewal and regeneration even deeper. Today Pluto turns retrograde for 5 months. The Lord of the underworld is now going back over 26 to 25 Capricorn between now and early October, when it goes direct. After that it will be in shadow zone through early February 2022, when it will enter an unknown zone humanity has not experienced since 1776 to 1777. Revolutionary times are upon us over the next 7 years, especially in the USA, which is about to experience the first Pluto retrograde since the days of the Founding Fathers. As we rise from the ashes of the 2020 Saturn-Pluto conjunction at 22 Capricorn, these are the final outworkings of the sensitive late Capricorn degrees ahead of Pluto's entry into Aquarius just after the 2023 March equinox. When Pluto is at 1 degrees Aquarius, it will release all kinds of permanent transformational energies related to the epochal Saturn-Jupiter conjunction on December 2020 at the same degree. In your own life, Pluto retrogrades is pushing you to think about your personal power, areas of life where you wish you could gain a greater sense of control, and what to do about it, aspects of your life you need to burn down in order to rebuild from the ground up. It's time to be radically honest about where you need to be more accountable. Ask yourself what in your life needs a refresh and tackle it head on. The only thing you'll regret doing during Pluto's backwards dance is nothing at all. From here in the moonastrology.co.uk. Today from Divine Sister of the Light, Leah, Whitehorse, Lua Astrology. Sun, conjunct asteroid, Phaethon in Taurus. Phaethon has been grabbing our attention for a few days now, appearing opposite the recent full moon. In mythology, Phaethon asked to drive the chariot of the sun as proof that the great sun god Helios was indeed his father. But Phaethon drove too fast, too high, lost control, and was shot down by Zeus. Sometimes we too try to grab the reins of life, try to control it the way we see fit. We burn ourselves out trying to prove ourselves to others. Prove that we are worthy, valuable, lovable. Let go of that which is not in your control, slow down, release the fear of not being enough, guard against impulsive reactions, drive carefully, enjoy the scenery, pay attention to self-destructive behaviors, focus on your own journey. Your light is glorious. Never mind what everyone else is doing. If you want to reach new heights, be more you. From LeahWhitehorse.com. Today from the Tzolk'in Times, Kin 135, Blue, Overtone Eagle. Overtone is the name for the number 5, and its keywords are empower, radiance, and command. The 5th day of any wave spell is quite powerful, but the 5th day of the monkey wave spell is more intense. Much can be achieved today if you have the gumption. Be empowered or overpowered is the message here. Today is Blue Eagle, and it represents creativity, mind, and vision. The eagle helps us see the bigger picture, which is very helpful currently due to monkey messing with our heads. Fly high today above the mayhem and you'll be empowered by what you see. Creativity too will be empowering today, and so indulge in whatever gets your creative juices flowing. The guide today is the Blue Knight, which represents dreams and abundance, and naturally when in this position the Blue Knight is saying follow your dreams. With the eagle's visions, and helped by the powerful number 5, the dreamers will find abundance today. Today from Divine Sister of the Light, Christina Papagiorgio. Blue Overtone Eagle, Kin 135, 28 April 2021, Empowering Big Visions. 28/4/2021 equal 10/4/5 equal 10/9 equal 1/9 equal 10 equal 1. 28 Success Planning for the Future. 4 Form, Structure, Foundation, Angelic Earth. 5 Freedom, Change, Liberation, Transformation. 9 Endings, Divine, Destiny, Mission, Humanity. 10 Manifesting, Power, Authority. 1 New Beginnings, Leader, Original. Kin 135 equal 9 Destiny Endings. Another divinely encoded spiritual day imbued with clarity, radiance, and success codes. Day 5 in the Blue Monkey wave spell of magic, joy, bliss, play, merriment, and a return to innocence. Today we are using monkey magic to empower our greatest dreams of personal and collective abundance. Tone of creation, overtone, tone 5 in the spiritual realm. Action commands, power empowers, essence radiance. Number 5 represents the center, core purpose, foundation, and central intent. It is the center of the wheel from which all the spokes emanate. This is the phase where the energy of creation returns to the center and then radiates outwards. Overtones command the unbounded. They order it to be, and so it becomes. Their power radiates from their soul essence through a pure connection to Source. This is the true source of unlimited power. Day 5 is the command day, where we command our dreams into being, radiating them out to the universe, so that they can manifest on Day 10, Planetary Tone Day. If you have not written your bucket list or completed your vision board, hop to it and command to Spirit exactly what it is you want to manifest. Be bold and be clear. Command your abundance and success. Our original innocence is being restored now. This is the road back to reclaiming your diamond core aspects of our divinity during the Blue Monkey wave spell, returning to Genesis. May God Goddess heal and bless all our precious souls. Hold the vision of a world where our precious children and every soul is cherished, loved, and respected. A beautiful, peace-filled world where we are free to play, laugh, and sing. A world where children can be free to be children and be allowed to create their grandest dreams. Amen, and so it is. It is time to rise up and flower. Turn on your light. Choose to co-create a collective highest potential that empowers all souls. How can you plant these visions into the ground now in order for them to bear fruit and nourish all? What is it that you wish to command into creation? Most of our core woundings relates to our base chakra issues, so draw on your Kundalini power to raise and release these energies, funneling it into magical creation power. This energy allows the power and radiance of full vital energy to be expressed as we answer to our responsibilities with no resistance. Full power, vital force expressed through manifesting our greatest magic. Today's question is, what dreams can I empower today in order to unleash and co-create the collective dream of planetary abundance? Divine blessings for commanding your great dreams into reality. In Lakek Alakin, Christina White Magnetic World Bridger, Kin 66. Kin 135, Blue Overtone Eagle. The mantra, the code for today is, I empower in order to create. Commanding mind, I seal the output of vision. With the overtone tone of radiance, I am guided by the power of abundance. And on this powerful day of radiance and abundance, let us know, beloved beings of light, in the comments below what you're experiencing, what you're feeling, your dreams, your visions, and your synchronicities. And if you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe and click the subscribe button below and the little bell to get notifications on future updates. And as always, we have a link in the description below to the transcriptions of today's transmissions. We archive these on our website, primedisclosure.com. I would like to also take the time to thank everyone supporting us on our mission and our work with these daily transmissions. We rely on the pledges on Patreon and donations for our daily living expenses. So if you'd like to support our work and mission and help us to be able to continue this work, you can make a pledge at patreon.com/primedisclosure. I'd like to thank Divine Angel of the Light, Hilgert, for your donation today. Thank you very much. If If you'd like to make a one-time donation, you can do so in the link in the description below, or go to egolovecondor.com. Now I'd like to also thank everyone supporting my Sacred Condors art business on Etsy. She has some new goddess totems she updated today on her site, and other beautiful works of art. She also has a Mother's Day sale, 20% off from now until May 11th, so be sure to get a beautiful handmade work of art from my sacred goddess for your wonderful mothers this Mother Day at lunagoddessart.com. Now I'd like to complete today's transmissions with another powerful codes from our Pleiadian brothers and sisters of light, and then a powerful transmission from our divine bro star of the Huna Nation. We begin with Pleiades 1 messages, April 28, 2021. P1 calling Terrans for origins recognition. Attention for calls in PVSE-SDE. Critical limits are established. Codex installations in completion. Rebirths in progress. Solar force expands. Visitors through the solar portal arrive. Plasma sailors are captured and lifted. Time bubbles harmonize. FDH, special reverberation of projector. 62% non-regressive, the light celebrates. Harmonizations, TEC 1+ are initiated, 82% non-regressive. Attention, Eliar, flowers, the artist, master collector, projector aimed. -% +++. Ethics 11 achieved, 92% non-regressive. PTA +++ 11, 67% projection non-regressive. PTA +++ 11, reverberation 67% non-regressive. Attention, the order of the solar disk, order of TIY, special projector support started, 96% non-regressive. Future is unified. Temporarily end of transmission. Pleiades 1, potentiating shamanic inheritances. DisclosureNews.it. And today from Divine Brostar of the Light of the Huna Nation, Li Parore. Conditions of existence. Imploding timeline. Jubilee year. Markings everywhere. Osiris Orion portal. Mintanka. 432 Hertz. Waterway to Milky Way, Nebula Path of Souls, Afterlife, Night Sky, Deneb, Cygnus Star, Earth Mother, Hosting Rock, Grand Procession Equinox, Meteorite, Weapon Impact Oil, Black Goo, Self-Replicating Entity, Nanobots in the Framework, Earth Terraformed, Biohacked, Biodome Weaponized, Static Overlay, Pyramid, Genesis, Missing Capstone, Species, conflict, RNA, DNA modification, genetic clusters, entity forms, AI, foreign possession, hostile takeover, founding fathers, liberty, illumination, Washington Monument, Turtle Island, Vesica Pisces, Et Pillar, obelisk, Great Pyramid, capstone height, 17th triangular number, feminine birthing, harmonic, 153, mother frequency octave 432 Hz, light signatures and cosmic design, Giza Pyramid Sphinx Petra, Ark of the Covenant, inner space, states of awareness, black mirror tech, quantum fractal modulation, no fear, harmonic step up, new Earth 5, galactic neighborhood, multiverse, stellar calibrated moral interface, regenerative, intelligent star body, 12 around the one, giving back nature, ancestors' heritage, perception, migration, precession of the equinox's light, Lemuria primordial, source templates, Mu, ring of fire, tectonic plate technology, plasma light influx everywhere, nature's life economy for everyone, family, father, mother, child, land, water, sky, consciousness tech, royal qubit, grail, design resonance, seal of ruby, gold, crystal, DNA tone, peace in the Middle East, wavelength, 2222, love, project. So thank you for joining us today, beloved beings of light. Keep shining your light brightly into the night, and keep manifesting through the power of your mighty I Am presence here now in this sacred vessel. Have a most beautiful and glorious day, and make it the best day ever. The eagle and the condor love you all. Namaste.